minus 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, anything minus itself, and next door neighbors. So 5 minus 0, if you have 5 cookies and you do not eat any, you have 5 cookies left. Our strategy is anything minus 0 equals itself, so it is 5. Minus 1, you go back 1. 10 minus 1 is what comes before 10, 9. 8 minus 2, we count back 2. What comes before 8? 7. What comes before 7? 6. 9 minus 3, we count back 3. 8, 7, 6. And then we count back minus 2 and minus 2 for minus 4. So if you have 7 minus 4, we count back 6, 5, 4, 3. Anything minus itself is 0. If you have 7 cookies and you eat all 7 cookies, you have 0 cookies left. Next door neighbors are, if your neighbor lives 1 house from you, then all of the numbers on the number line that live next to each other, 1 lives next to 2, 2 lives next to 3. So if they live next to each other on the number line, the answer is 1. So those are all of the subtraction strategies that are kind of easy. We just have to learn them. Now we're going to learn about these other strategies. I don't know why my camera is wiggly. So if you have a number that is not anything minus itself, if it's not minus 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, or a next door neighbor, we have to do something different. And you will be able to tell because the other strategies will not work for your math problem. So if we have numbers like this, okay, so these are all very different than the ones that we've learned so far. We don't have a strategy for these, but I still don't want you to use your fingers, so we're going to figure out a way to use our brains for these. So for these ones, we have a small number plus blank equals a big number. So what that means is if you have 10 and you subtract 8, you would have to count back so many spaces on the number line that you would forget how many you counted. So what we do is we figure out what is the small number. So for 10 minus 8, 8 is our small number. So on your paper, you're going to write 10 minus 8, and then next to it, we're going to take the small number, which is 8. We're going to put our addition sign. We're going to put a blank line equals the big number. So we have 10 minus 8. We have the small number, which is 8 plus blank equals 10. So basically what we're doing is turning it around to an addition problem because addition is easier than subtraction. So we have 8 plus blank equals 10. If we're at 8, how many jumps do we have to get to get to 10? So I'm going to count up from 8. What comes after 8? 9, 10. Those are 2 jumps. So 8 plus 2 equals 10. It is a fact family that 8 and 2 and 10 go together. So that means if we have 8 plus 2 equals 10, 10 minus 8 equals, we already used the 10, we already used the 8, so what is left of our fact family is a 2. Let's try another one. 9 minus 7. We're going to ask ourselves, what is the small number, 9 or 7? 7 is the small number. So we're going to write the small number. So on your paper, you're going to write 9 minus 7. Small number is 7. And then we're going to do plus blank equals. Our next question is to ask, what is the big number, 7 or 9? 9. So we're going to write 7 plus blank equals 9. I know this might not make sense to you right now, but it will. I want you to practice this every day and every week and every month as long as it takes, but it will make sense, and then it'll just come to you and it'll be super quick and super easy once you practice this strategy. Okay, our next one is to ask, if we're at 7, how many jumps do I have to get to get to 9? I have to go up 8, 9. That's 2 jumps. 7 plus 2 equals 9. 9 minus 7 equals 2. Because it's a fact family, we have to use a 9 and a 7 and a 2 that go together. Next one is 10 minus 7. I am going to take the small number, which is 7. I'm going to write plus blank equals the big number. What is my big number? 10. Now I start at 7. What comes after 7? 8, 9, 10. We don't use our fingers. We use our brain. We use just counting up. How many did we count up? We counted up 3. And 7 and 3 and 10 are a fact family. So if we have 7 plus 3 plus equals 10, 3 plus 7 equals 10. And then we have 10 minus 7. What has not been used of our fact family of 7, 3, and 10? We have our 10 used. We have our 7 used. 3 is the answer. And that's just helping you with fact families. So we're doing subtraction and we're learning about fact families. And I'm sure you have gone over fact families before. This is just helping to do that. So on your paper, you're going to write 9 minus 6. We're going to do small number plus blank equals big number. And then you're going to count up and do that. Mom or Dad can pause the video. You're going to count up what comes after 6. And then you're going to count up until you get to 9. Next one, small number plus blank equals big number. So on your paper, you're going to write 10 minus 6, and then you're going to write small number plus blank equals big number. Then you're going to count up from 6. What comes after 6? Count up to, and how many did you get until you got to 10? Next one is small number plus blank equals big number, and we have 9 minus 5. What is our small number? 5. Plus blank equals big number is 9. So on your paper, you're going to write all of this down. Then you're going to count up what comes after 5, and then we're going to do 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so from there we are going to do our next video, and I will stop this so that you can play this as much as you need to, and it will just be your subtraction math video.